Welcome back to Mystery Files. And today we got a great story for you. But first, I got a huge announcement of just something not as big as I will announce soon, but just a little thing where we all can connect. Discord. If you haven't heard of it, the link to my Discord is going to be in the description. So far, we got a couple people on it. It's basically a place like a chat room where you can go under my server and basically we can talk to each other, share pictures, share ideas for stories, and also there's different layers. Like one of them is like an audio room where we can talk to each other. A bunch of cool stuff. So please, if you're watching this right now, make sure to join the Discord. In every episode, I literally put a hidden clue that will be somewhere throughout the story. And what I need you to do is to find that hidden clue, tell me what it is in the timestamp, and put that in the comments to be entered into the giveaway. Our first giveaway is coming up very soon. Now, it's crazy because I want to tell you guys more stories, but within the first couple of days, they have not been getting up to 50 likes. But then I look, in a week or two later, they hit the 50 or 60 like mark. So I know this video is coming out to you on Monday, and usually I upload on Friday or Saturday, probably Saturdays from here on out. I will try that for a month. If it doesn't work, we'll go back to Fridays. But since it's Monday right now, I will give you guys until Friday morning. By Friday morning, if you guys have over 55 likes, you will get 2 amazing stories this weekend. And if you get over 100 likes, I will give you 3 stories this weekend. Alright, so without any further ado, as of now, it is time to slip into a mind that's not our own. Let's go. As a boy, Keith Reinhardt found an escape by weaving these vivid stories from dull strands of historical truths. And while most kids his age dreamed of something like athletic glory, young Keith cocooned himself in Chicago's public archives, ingesting century-old newspaper microfiche reels. He had this uncanny knack for resuscitating cold cases long written off through imaginative, highly personal retellings, often adopting the perspectives of the victims themselves. And Reinhardt's flair caught the eye of local college paper editor. Under the tutelage of a patient writing coach, Keith's raw gift was slowly molded from pulp fiction fantastical to polished journalistic form throughout the 80s. And after earning an English literature degree in 1985, the aspiring author landed a regular paid column in Chicago's Daily Herald that indulged his passion for literature between present reality and past tragedy. Now, for the easygoing and perpetually curious Reinhardt, the city's immense history provided boundless oddballs, misfortunes, and unsolved cases to profile. And at that time, he filled forgotten voices and served the downtrodden some overdue dignity through playful postmortems. And of hundreds of peculiar cold cases, on September 1987, the disappearance of Thomas Young uniquely enthralled the young scribe. You see, Young had just evaporated without a trace from an apartment behind St. Benedict's Church where he rented a unit there. And when Reinhardt's September 1988 retrospective piece highlighting the year anniversary of Tom's co-founding vanishing sparked tremendous reader interest. And that's when Keith realized that certain tales hooked the collective consciousness unlike any in Chicago's extensive rainy day mystery backlog. And through 1988, Reinhardt began regularly visiting these locations where Tom Young was last seen, hoping that, this physical proximity to the tragedy might summon investigation inspiration. and he soon stumbled on the perfect embedding opportunity. Tom's old rental unit inside St. Benedict sat unoccupied, still as landlords struggled replacing a tenant on premises with such stigmatized recent history. But never one to shy away from macabre backstories, Reinhard eagerly signed a 6-month lease on apartment 2F and moved his drafting desk directly into the space that Young once inhibited. Now that he was fully settled into Tom's world circa September 1987, Keith's long-form follow-up profiling the intricate minutiae of apartment life through the lens of a vanishing man came pouring out in vivid personal detail. This guy was a journalist at heart, and he was doing everything he could to try to solve this cold case. And as the first anniversary of his initial Tom Young retrospective piece loomed, Reinhardt prepared a bold manuscript dramatizing the case by blending factual fragments with a little bit of fiction. His anti-hero lead, Guy Gibson, embodied quirks and experiences of both Tom and the writer himself in younger years. In submitting this genre-bending human mystery hybrid to his Herald editor could mark Keith's creative apex. I mean, fate itself seemed invested in rapidly elevating the intrigue factor of Reinhardt's project, and endangering his own welfare, though, in the process. But 1 week before Keith's deep dive published, an unthinkable discovery shattered lingering hopes that Tom Young may have simply started life at a new place. In a Lakewood Gulch forest 2 hours west, a hiker and a roaming German shepherd unearthed scattering partial male remains. And that's when forensic analysis soon confirmed the victim was none other than Reinhardt's obsession, Tom Young. Solo apartment renter turned figure of regional fascination. Equally chilling, Young's canine companion was found with identical, fatal cranial damage and just mere inches away from each other. Two soulmates, you could say, brutally murdered, execution style, in the same remote wilderness, just a year following Tom's urban vanishing act. Rather than clarifying mystery, however, the macabre mountain scene provoked deeper contention. Local authorities swiftly classified this as an open and shut case, and facing, I guess, insurmountable inner demons, Tom Young had apparently masterminded the wilderness taking of his own life along with his best friend, which was his dog. Now, this assertion incensed Young's family and inner circle. Gentle Tom, experimentally battling mental illness they could conceive, but calculatingly ending a dog's life made zero sense for a lifelong animal advocate, which he was. Why not let the dog just go and escape in the wild? Critics argued. Conveniently tidy evidence at the scene screamed orchestrated cover-up angling. And amidst bitter disputes over simplest explanation conclusions, a bitter chill crept across stately Lakewood Gulch as the leaves turned and the days shortened in October 1988. And the moment that resident author Keith Reinhardt learned a duplicitous darkness may indeed be stalking these shadows, he too vanished permanently into the thin Colorado air after one final bizarre act. On October 15th, Lakewood Gulch Cafe owners watched Reinhardt purposefully stride towards the fog-draped face of nearby Pendleton Mountain dressed in a flannel shirt and jeans, and without any provisions, any gear, or any rational plan for summiting and descending safely before nightfall. And this is where things get twisty and creepy. Keith then offered only cryptic, parting words alluding to a long-standing impulse for testing limits in the wilderness terrain after hitting 50. But even years-long confidants found this spontaneous farewell hike peculiar, as Reinhard had never shown outward aspirations for extreme athletic feats before. So as darkness crept over the peaks and Reinhardt failed to reappear at the Rendezvous Cafe for his standing Scotch nightcap, the loyal Silver Plume community launched search efforts in earnest. But rappelling every sheer cliff and cove through dawn failed to locate any trace of their missing resident author. Just as 1 year prior, when Thomas Young first vanished, it was soon sadly evident a second bright flame resident life had been brutally extinguished without explanation here at all. And in the cruelest of twists, vanishing skeptic Reinhardt was ultimately scheduled to publicly reveal Tom Young's fate, just days after the own author permanently disappeared under eerily parallel circumstances and timing never to be heard from again. Whether sinister global orchestration or merely catastrophic karmic coincidence binds the broken lives of Tom Young and Keith Reinhardt, justice continues to find two bereaved families still mourning their losses decades later. But the one man that was determined to shine a light on these forgotten secrets from the past found himself fatally trapped in the same cruel maze, with the truth still mocking efforts to bring home or lay either soul to rest for eternity. So it is plausible that whatever happened to Young also happened to Reinhardt exactly 1 year later. Could this be a story where literally Reinhardt was so infatuated with this case that maybe there was a killer behind it that killed Young? And when Reinhardt got too close, on that almost exact year after, that killer did the same thing to Young that he did to Reinhardt. Thank you guys for watching. I know that was a little bit of a crazy story, but I got so many good stories to tell you, and this was kind of like a filler, but I hope you still enjoyed it. So make sure to get this up to at least 55 likes, find the clue, and that's all I got for you guys today. Join the Discord, and I will see you very soon. Cheers.